This is what most beginners think day trading is like. Click a couple buttons and then poof, you're staring at a literal mountain of money. But that's ridiculous. In this video, I'm gonna show you the key to making money consistently with trading over time. And it's not what you think. I know you get impressed by all these YouTubers day trading. How I make $1,000 a day. $3,600 profit in one day. $8,000 live. Bagged a little over $9,000 this morning.
In one morning.
I know you get impressed by all these YouTubers posting big wins and you think,
Wow, if I could make that much money in one trade, look at how my life would be different.
and yeah, it's exciting making a lot of money really quickly, but that's not reality most of the time. In reality, most of the time trading is about,
Intelligently manage risk.
now look at me. If all you care about is being entertained, this video is not for you. On the other hand, if you're committed to learning what it takes to do well at this consistently, then watch the rest of this video. Of course, big wins feel great. I mean, who doesn't love getting it right? But what happens when you get it wrong? That's the question. What do you do then? I can guarantee you that 100% of every single one of those guys has been wrong and lost a trade many times. And being able to cut your losses is actually an even more important skill. Why? Because often after a big winning trade, you'll find yourself in a losing trade. Don't ask me why, but for some reason after a big win, most traders will find themselves in a losing trade. And that moment is even more important than the win. Why? Because if you aren't able to cut your losses, you'll find yourself giving back all the profits you just made, possibly even more. Let's look at some live footage recorded from one of my trading sessions this morning. I'm gonna show you how I went to take a trade, executed the trade, and then saw that I was clearly wrong. Now in the past, I would have started hoping and just wished that it would work out as the trade went against me and I started losing money. Then I would have taken my stop loss and widened it and then lost more and more money until it was too late. That was then. But now I've got much better discipline, which I've worked on heavily. And what you're gonna see is the difference. The key is discipline. And right now we're gonna go and look at an example of this morning where I had to quickly realize that I was wrong. And what I wanted to see on the chart was not happening. Did I take a setup that had a reasonable chance of working out? Maybe. But ultimately, I was wrong. And what you're gonna see right now is an example of me doing one of the things that I hate doing, which is accepting that I'm wrong.
Do you like accepting that you're wrong?
No one likes that. But in trading, you will get punished if you're not able to quickly accept that you're wrong and cut your losses quick. Do I wish that I would have made money?
Yes.
Do I like showing you an example where I actually lost money or was about break even? No, but I'm gonna show you anyway because this is an example of a lot of what trading is about. Notice the price bouncing right at that line. This is the key level, that's what that shows you. So we're gonna watch this line and see what happens. If the bears are able to break this line, then that could be very good for the bears. Look at the bears selling. You've got a minute 45 on this candle and the bears are selling, 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 selling. So same thing that happened here. I mean, this is a very strong push down. But then look what happened with the bulls. They're going, you know what? Fuck you. So what do we think's gonna happen now? The chart says the bears are coming. This is the bear saying, bulls, we're coming for you. Close below this line, that's gonna say something. Let's see if they can do it. Pretty close. Okay, now pause. Now this was my first mistake. You heard me say, if the bears can close below the line, and then they didn't. And I said, pretty close. So instead of just saying, nope, I'm not gonna take this trade, almost doesn't count, I go, pretty close. I still wanna be right. So let's just go with it anyway. Bad idea. That's gonna attract some selling. If you put an order here, put your stop here, and you sell below that bar, will you make money? Probably. Put your stop up here. How'd that go? Probably do all right, but it's tough because this is a trading range. Okay, now pause. Now this is the next sign of me getting it wrong. You can hear my voice. I'm not really confident with this setup. You're about to see me take a short position here, but what you just heard was me give a number of reasons as to why it would make sense to take a long position here, which means it's probably close to 50-50. In other words, not a good trade. It's either going to be a long or a short here. Again, if you see signs of the price going up and down at the same time, it's probably a bad trade. But at this point, it's starting to dawn on me that I may have been wrong. Key level here. Bear's not getting it done. And this is when my trading psychology training starts to kick in. The trap is confirmation bias, the tendency to search for information that confirms one's prior beliefs. But I'm rethinking my position, which is the way out of the trap. You can read more about this in the book, The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. What happens to beginner traders is their emotional brain starts to shut down their logic brain, so they can't rethink their position. They can't see why they were wrong. The only thing they can see is why they should continue to hold, even though the market is telling them the opposite. The author puts it this way: traders who haven't yet worked extensively on their mental game don't consider the brain's ability to shut down higher brain function when emotions become overactive. And when this happens, you just can't control your emotions as well because the part of the brain that's responsible for emotional control has stopped working. But this is not what happened. Here, I could see clearly that the evidence was showing that the bears were failing, and my position was based on the opposite happening. So now I'm going to look at the fact that I was wrong, accept it, and then act accordingly. Could just be a pause. Will the bears get them break down? Here, there's still a part of me that's hanging on, but I'm just about ready to finally just accept that I was wrong and that what I thought was going to happen was not correct. You notice when we get to a key level, and there it is right there. You see me moving my profit target to break even. I'm getting out of that. See how the market's hesitating like that? And you start to see some buying? That's enough to have me get out break even. So we get out break even, no harm, no foul. I'm thinking this is more of a buy than a sell. The market hasn't decided yet. So I'd rather let the market decide than get with what's happening, as opposed to trying to guess. Guessing is gambling. That's a really good way of putting it. Now let's speed this up 1000x and see how the rest of this trade worked out. So as you can see, immediately after we did bounce, we did the exact opposite of what I was wanting to see happen, which was a breakout to the downside. Here, you're seeing the complete opposite. There were buyers at the bottom of this trading range. We didn't even get to the bottom of the trading range. We got close, but then the buyers started buying. And as you can see, I'm pointing out to the left, we've been in this strong bull trend, bull channel more accurately. And we got a very strong bull bar closing on its high, retracing almost the entire move down to the left, which really would have wrecked me on that trade. More often than not, if the market goes strongly against you immediately after you entered, there's something you missed. And right here, I'm just talking to the people attending the live stream about the importance of sticking to your setup. In the chat room, really bottom line to the point here, which is no setup, no trade, period, which says it perfectly. And by the way, you're welcome to come check out my live stream every Tuesday and Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific. You can also get a guide to my 3 best trades. Hit the link in the description. Click that like button, subscribe if you like the video. And next up, I've got a video for you where I'm going to show you my 3-step scalping strategy with a live trading example. Click here and I'll see you in the next video.